Most investors don't struggle because they bought real estate. They struggle because they bought without a clear process, accurate math, or a plan for what happens after closing day. To navigate the multifamily market in South Florida, Ben Ezra uses the purchase-to-profit process. This takes the overwhelming 25 steps of a real estate transaction and breaks them down into 6 distinct phases, guiding you from your initial discovery all the way to your long-term wealth strategy. Phase 1 is discovery and strategy. This is where we avoid the Zillow trap. That is the common mistake where new investors start scrolling through property listings and fall in love with a building before they actually know their numbers. Instead of guessing, we build a strict strategy blueprint. Before you look at a single duplex or apartment building, we lock in your true buying power, account for renovation reserves, and define your exact investment criteria. By defining your exact budget and goals up front, you remove emotion from the equation. That is the reliable way to spot a truly profitable opportunity in the competitive Broward and Miami-Dade markets. That takes us to Phase 2, search and analysis. Finding the right income-producing property is a filtration system, not a window shopping exercise. We take the broad inventory of available listings and aggressively filter out anything that doesn't match your blueprint. For the properties that survive the filter, we run the initial deal analysis. We stress test the asking price against conservative models for rent growth, property taxes, insurance, and realistic repair needs. If the math works on paper, we schedule a physical walkthrough. But we aren't looking at paint chillers or cosmetic staging. We are evaluating the roof, the electrical systems, and the structural condition to determine the realistic value-add potential. Relying strictly on a math-first approach keeps you grounded. It ensures you don't commit your capital to a property that looks great on the surface, but hides massive operational drains. Phase 3 is offer and due diligence. Once we structure an offer that protects your interests, we enter the verification stage. We coordinate a team of inspectors, lenders, and permit specialists to dig into the physical and legal reality of the building. Imagine you are in the final numbers review, and the inspection report suddenly reveals a hidden $25,000 roof issue. Your initial math is now broken. What is your next move? You don't ignore it, and you don't blindly close. You update the financial model with the new repair estimate. Then, you exercise the discipline to aggressively renegotiate the price with the seller, or you walk away from the deal entirely. This is where a dedicated advisor proves their worth. The priority is protecting your investment capital over simply pushing a transaction to the finish line. When we reach Phase 4, closing, the keys change hands. But closing day is the starting line of the operation, not the finish line. This dashboard illustrates Phase 5, value-add execution. The focus here is on prioritizing repairs and updates that directly increase your rental income without over-improving the asset. Once the property is updated, we execute tenant stabilization. This means applying strict screening criteria, implementing clear lease structures, and setting up professional property management systems to handle maintenance and rent collection. A multifamily property transforms from a real estate purchase into a functional business once the income is stabilized and the daily operations run on reliable systems. Finally, Phase 6 is your long-term strategy. Once your property is performing well, we step back, review the asset's performance, and let the data dictate your next move. You have 3 paths: hold for steady cash flow, refinance to pull equity out, or sell for a profit to scale into a larger multifamily building. The entire 25-step journey forms an endless loop of 6 core actions: plan, analyze, protect, close, stabilize, and grow. Building long-term wealth in South Florida real estate requires a trusted advisor who helps you navigate the complexities before the search begins, during the due diligence period, and long after the transaction closes. Call Ben Ezra or book a consultation to discuss your next South Florida multifamily investment opportunity. This process is for educational and advisory purposes. Please consult qualified legal, tax, and financial professionals before making investment decisions.